Coming up on today's episode. Welcome back, everyone, again to DERB. I am your host, Doug. I am here at the bench once again, working on a new edition. Now, this is something I've been wanting to do for a while. You may recall when I first got the bench set up and started buying things for it, I bought two light booms, I guess is what you call them, or adjustable arm lights, articulating arms, whatever you want to call them, for the bench. And my goal was to mount them off the shelf on the top there and have them, be up out of the way if I didn't need them, or be able to pull down and point at whatever I'm working on. And the arms that came on those were basically very, I won't say limited, but yeah, it was limited. They were kind of like these the camera boom that I'm using. It works good for a camera boom, but not so much for what I wanted it for, and that was to mount up above, and as I said, be able to just reach up and grab the light, pull it down, and point it wherever I want to point it. Now, that was due to the limited way the boom moved, and like I said, it was very difficult to do anything with it, so I decided I would improve it. And I have done so. I am using part of the same boom arms here, as you can see. Those go into another plastic printed piece, and that has an articulating arm that moves up and down, and it also moves side to side, as you can see that. Now, the range is still a little bit limited. I mean, you can only go that far across, around, but that's still far enough for what I want for here at the bench. And the same thing with this, it goes up and down that far, which, you can show it that way. And don't ignore the big long things here. Those will get cut off and readjusted for the purposes that I have. I haven't got them tightened or anything yet. So once I get all that set up, that's what I'm going to do. But on the other end of this, I had this end here attached to that, and that proved to be wrong way of doing it. It was not allow me, when I used the other arm to come down here like that, it would not allow me to basically move this up and down like I wanted it. It would go basically down towards the bench more. And so I came up with this. You guys may have seen it in the other video I did on the other channel. This is what I printed up just a few minutes ago. And this is what I need here. Let me get the raft off. But this is what I printed out. And this is what I wanted to do. Which, like I said, that's a little messy, but that's not a big deal because I didn't even think about that. Like I say, that's as long as it's strong, that's all I care about, and it is. So now this again is going to go on here. It will, go this way, like this. This should fit this, I think. So now that fits like that, and that will allow this arm then to go on here. And as you can see, it can go all the way up or basically all the way down onto the bench. And that's exactly what I wanted it to do. And so I think that's going to work out. Now, I may end up shortening these rods here, if it gives me too much range as far as how far down it comes. I've got to yet to do that. I've got to come up with an idea. And the only way I can do that is to mount it up on top of the shelf where I'm going to mount it at. I've got the holes drilled into the mounting bracket itself here, and you can see now the way I did this one here, I put two joints in. I put one going this way and one going that way, and then put screw holes and screws in there to hold it together, which works out great. But like I said, I couldn't come up with an easy way of printing one piece to do that, and that was just difficult to do. But like I said, this will work just fine, and I want to get that up there and get that squared away, and then we'll come back and show you what comes up when I come up with. Now this one here, I don't have a screw in it yet, but this one's strong enough it'll hold. The one on the bottom won't, because I made them just a little bit larger. I had a difficult time getting this in, so I'll put some screws or pins or something in to hold these in. I've got a hole there that's already drilled, and I'll drill a second hole when I get around to it. But like I said, for now, that's what I wanted to do. This will be plenty strong here with this metal, and the printed parts I think will be strong enough. Like I said, once I get this all done, I will tighten these up, and then I'll put a lock washer in between and another nut on, and I'll cut off the excess, and I'll have it tightened to where, and I'm going to put take these out and put some of that super lube in there, and have some kind of lubrication in there. That way it'll make it, you know, pivot a little easier, but yet I'll have the tightness on the, like I say, I'll have the tightness on here, and you can get that tight enough to where it basically, yeah, see, it's already starting to stiffen up. But like I said, once you get that on there like you want it and then tighten it up, it should give me enough tension there to hold the arm up, I hope. The light bulb itself, or the globe along with the light bulb, is here. And I have that all ready to go. You can see it's not that heavy. The bulb's got an LED bulb in it, so it's not heavy at all. This is the part. The next part that I've got to figure out how to do is this. I want this to mount to a plastic piece to where I can turn it this way or turn it this way. Basically move it, you know, pretty good amount of degrees around, and that's what I want to do. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I want to go left or right, basically horizontally, whatever you want to call it. And the mount itself will allow me to do that, and I think when I get it done, it should. So that's the plan there. Let me get this mounted up here, and we'll come back and I'll show you what's going on. Hi, well, there you can see. It is screwed up at the top. I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board. I can already see that, because this is just not going to allow me enough movement, basically, to get where I want to go, because I want it to come all the way out here, and I want to be able to go all the way down to the bench. And right now I'm about 1.5 feet above the bench. So I've got to come up with a better solution than that. What would be ideal would be if this was longer and came out a little longer. So when I redo this, I may do the 3D bracket. So that's the plan. And join me again when I come back to this, and we'll take a look at it and see if I come up with something that is actually going to work this time. But like I say, we'll get something on here and get it going. So join me then. Hi, well, back again. You can see I do have the extension on there now, and that's close to what I want. But if we look down below, it still is down too low as far as over that way. You know, it just goes over too far. And I think this probably needs to be shortened here, and in order to bring it back in this range here. I think this range here would be just about right, because I can move it, you know, if I need to. I've got this pretty much locked up above. When I said locked, it's not even screwed, only one screw holding it up there. But I've got it locked in that angle. I tightened the bolt up at the top, and it probably would move if I really, really put my strength into it. But like I said, I just wanted to see at that angle there what it would be like on the bottom, because I was trying to figure out a good permanent angle for that top piece to where it would just basically swing from side to side and do whatever I wanted to do there. And like I said, I think if the bottom one, again, looking at the bottom, was shortened, I think that might work. I'm not going to cut these off. What I'm going to do is make another one of these plastic pieces to do that. It will go over probably this far, maybe a little bit further, but because I'm going to make it basically just a copy of these and let it slide in there just like those do, and that should give me an idea anyway of what I'm trying to do. Alright, that's the plan, and like I say, once this knob gets done printing, and then I make me some new of those ones of those, and it won't be two pieces, it'll be just a single piece at that dimensions, and that should be fine. So alright, we'll be back. Welcome back once more again, YouTube. I'm back at the bench again. I have this done as far as I'm doing it. As usual, I found that I get my ideas on things like this, and I run with them before I actually have time to, think it through. I should have done that, but I didn't. I don't care for the way this is. I've come up with a new idea for the light boom, and I think I'm going to pursue that instead. We'll go down here and look at how I finished it out on this. This all here is going to work fine. That's my little extension I made. That would be fine. I could put the light here and basically move it around pretty easily and have it end up where I want it at. But I'm just not happy with that whole setup. I do have a knob on here now to, this doesn't want to move too good, that keeps this fairly taut, and I can tighten it up even more if I need to. But the problem is, you see the bolt wants to turn. So this would work okay. That's a plastic nut I've got on there, but a metal screw. But again, just not happy with the way this is all coming out. I want something basically that will allow me to go basically anywhere I want on the bench with the light. And to do that, I think I'm going to go with a scissor type boom that will attach to a rod at the top. Now you guys can't see it because it's up there where the light's attached, but there's 3 furring strips stick out there where the light's attached to. And I think I'm going to suspend a rod from that some way. Probably, I'm not sure how I'll do it, but I'll think of a way to do it. And I'm going to have the scissor, the top of the scissor boom up there, and the bottom of it will be have the light attached to it, and that will have a swing arm that will swing basically from the front to the back of the bench. And be able to, and it's not one of these types at all. It's one of the kind that will swing all the way around and 360 degrees, and that's what I need. I need to be able to do that and put this thing whatever I want. I will incorporate the knob though. I like the knob, the plastic knob. That works really nice because it allows you to, these screws here. I don't know how I'm going to use these, but where I put the fasteners on, the bottom of that scissor boom, when it goes up and down, to hold it steady, it will be one of these. It won't be this size, but it'll be something similar to that where I can tighten it down and it'll hold the boom at that level, and that will be nice. And like I said, it is going to be basically just kind of hanging on that rod above, and that should prove, I think, pretty much the way it needs to be. Like I said, the 2 swing arms on the bottom will be able to swivel 360 degrees. One, get that out of the way. It should be like one here, and then another one over here, and they'll be able to swing this way, and this one will be able to swing around. And like I said, that can be, I can position that light just about anywhere I want. And the light itself will be on a swivel too, and be able to turn around and do that as well. So that's what I'm going for next. I know I wasted a lot of time, and I do that a lot, but I learned some things, and that's part of this hobby of 3D printing is learning. And like I said, you learn with each iteration of whatever you make. The camera boom, as you can see, it does not allow for very much motion. It goes up and down and swings, and that's all it does. Now, it has been okay for what I want it for filming up close here on the bench. But now if I had to do something somewhere else, it would be a little bit more difficult to get the camera at the right angle. So that's why I kind of want the something better for the light. And I also kind of failed to mention that the scissor boom you'll be able to swing or push that up out of the way and then lock it up with that knob that I was talking about, so that it's up out of the way if you don't need it. And so I think that's going to be the way to do it. And as soon as you release the knob, it'll come down as far as you want it to come down, basically all the way to the bottom, or not to the bottom of the bench, but to the top of the bench. And I'm not sure how many scissor joints it'll take to do that, but whatever it takes, I think I want to do that, because I think that's the way to go. I think that's just a better system than the. This would have worked okay, but I was trying to mimic the original boom, and I think that's what got me out of whack here, if I ever was in whack. But I think, trying to basically mimic that, now, that wasn't that hard, but, it just never was going to work right with the components that came with that boom. And like I said, I tried to make adjustments to it. It would work, as I said. Right now, I could, make my bottom piece to go attach the lamp, and it would work. And I may use it for that just temporarily until I figure out the other one I want to design. But like I said, I'll probably go ahead and design, let me go over here again. Probably will design one for this, and basically it'll be similar to the other ones. I don't have one handy now, but it'll be basically, like that, and come out of there and go down to a flat piece that will have the light bulb on it. And I don't know exactly how to do it, but the light will swing, like I said, back and forth this level. And of course, with this being able to swivel, it can be tilted that way or that way. So you'll have a good range there, and I think it will be okay because I can still move this up and down as well, at least that far. Let's see, it'll go all the way up to there. I don't even know if you can see that or not. It goes all the way up there, so that will bring it up probably as far as I ever need to go. Because I don't work on anything too much bigger than that. And that is about, just guessing, I'm going to say, I don't have my tape measure, looking for a tape measure, probably 1.5 feet, maybe a little longer than maybe 20 inches, I don't know, 20 inches above the bench, I'll guess at that. And so, of course, now the light itself is going to hang down a little bit. It's going to have, be down at this level, maybe right here. So, like I said, I may go ahead and finish this off and then, work on the other newer one that I want to do. So, like I said, it is workable, but it just doesn't do what I want to do. So that's that. That's all I'm going to say, I think, this time. This is not going to be a great video, but it'll be a video nonetheless. Like I said, you didn't get anything Tuesday. So I have this up there, and I will get back on the radio, I promise. I've got to do some BDST work. I've got parts to put up and a couple of kits to put together and mail out on Saturday. And so that's got to come up and be done. And so, like I said, I will definitely get back to the radio. I want to go back over these instructions and see exactly what I'm supposed to be doing as far as the adjustments and measurements and things like that, and find out. Also, I'm going to go ahead and post some pictures here of Daniel's build on his same radio, and we'll take a look at those and see what those look like. And Daniel, he sent me those earlier in the week, and so, or maybe it was last week. I don't remember, to tell you the truth. But like I said, I appreciate you sending those, Daniel. And he was, I think, getting ready to do his adjustments as well. But anyway, back to the radio. Like I said, I'm hoping to have that finished up on Tuesday. And I'll be getting that done over the weekend, I guess. And that'll be the way that works. So hopefully I can get everything done I want to get done. And I've got the part for the, and I don't even know if I showed you this, but I have been so far out of whack here. As I said, I got the parts in for the, that's what came in. And I've got the other part here somewhere, and it's laying up here on the bench somewhere, but it's the part that I actually need. And once I find that, I'm going to put that in and get that door up, hopefully. That also has a piece at the bottom that, for the bottom, that's a little different than what I have. Mine's just a bracket. It doesn't have anything else there. This one has actually a plastic. I don't know how well you can see that with no light on it. Let's see if I can do it this way. Yeah, see, there's a plastic bracket right there, and it's got a slot in it for the thing. So I may use that also, because that looks like a better setup, and so may go that route. But anywho, those are the things I was working on, or not working on today, but it's a beautiful day. It did rain some earlier today, but I think it's supposed to turn colder, I think. Not really sure, but today's not too bad. But anywho, I'll probably show some of the other development on this 3D printing stuff on the other channel, if you're interested. But as far as the boom itself, I think it's probably as far as it's going to get for right now. At least I've got an idea now how I want to do it better than this, obviously. Like I said, this would probably do in a pinch, but you can see there, I'm just barely touching that. And that's how flimsy that is. It's plastic holding it to the board. Now the board's fairly solid. It would hold up the lamp no problem. But this part here, right there, if I push down right there, I'm hitting something hard. And that's the screw up there, you know, holding that in place. And like I said, I'm going to try something. I want to hang this on here, and I know it's not going to hold up there, but I want to just see what happens when I do this. You can see already. But see, now that, right now, it won't hold that up. And I can't tighten that like I'm sitting there, like I'd like to. Well, there you go. I can do that. The weight of the light is on there. And like I said, it would hold it up. But like I said, let me pull it back up. So, like I said, it is on there. It does hold it up. But, you know, at the same time, it's kind of at its limit, I think. But, again, of course, you know, I've got nothing screwed together and everything else. You know how I am. So, it just depends on how well it goes along. I may try to put this up there just to see if there's a time when I'm going to actually need that light. And I think there will be, obviously. But don't know when. But like I said, it's liable to be any time. You never can tell. Alright, that's going to do me. I've talked long enough. And I think that's about all I've done this video is talk. But again, it is what it is. Hoping to get back to the radio as I mentioned and do that. This is for Bill, old 64 Goat. Bill, you'll notice I haven't been commenting on your videos. You made mention several videos ago that you were not going to answer any comments. And I just wanted to let you know that's why I'm not commenting. I figure if I've got your email address, if there's something I need to tell you, I can tell you via email. So I figure, you know, no sense in making a comment on a video if, you know, you're not going to respond to it. So that's why I haven't been commenting, if you're wondering. So, and if not, that's okay too. But so, like I said, that's that. All right, that's enough from me. You guys have a great day. Thank you so very much for watching, and we will see ya.